Chad Ochocinco is a very polarizing figure. We all remember him from his funny Super Bowl celebrations when he was a wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals, and he was one of the greatest wide receivers of my generation that I ever saw. He was the man. He would tell you what he was going to do. Then he would just burn you for 200 yards. To me, it's a crime and a travesty that he's not in the Hall of Fame. Because he was better than a lot of receivers of his generation. But he's known for having a bunch of baby mamas. He has like 7 to 8 kids. He had like well-publicized relationships. I remember he was with something that he headbutted her. So he's always like an emotional guy. He's always on TV and he's crying. I like Chad because he keeps it real in a lot of sense. He started dating this Afro-Latino girl, Sharelle Rosado or whatever. And he talks to Unc a lot about getting with a woman and having a woman. But every time I turn around, they argue and they breaking up. She's out of town. She's this. So one day he said that she went out and was out real late after 12 with her girlfriends, and she was at the club, and she called him and said she was on that Don Julio, and had that thing ready when she get home. But like she likes to run the streets, and this thing is real crazy. But let's get off into what he was telling Shannon Sharpe on a nightcap. Check this out.
I took my whole gaming setup, and I went to my grandma's house for 4-5 days.
What?
I need to exhale for a little bit. I need to breathe for a little bit. Nightcap would have been my outlet. I didn't have nightcap.
Rel, tell your side of the story, Rel.
Where I left.
I went to a party and the tequila was talking.
Oh, yeah, this was the last straw. She went to a party with a homegirl, right?
Yeah.
And hit me on the phone at the party. It was like 12:30. You say, baby, I'm on that Don Julio. You better be ready when I get home. Oh, I done took a shower. I done lotioned up. Well, I'm finna wear her ass out. So she come home. I pretend like I'm asleep, though. So she get in the bed. I let 5 minutes go by. I'm pretending like I'm still asleep. All of a sudden, all I hear is, I'm like, oh, hell no. I put on my slides and I cleared it.
I wish somebody would have called me, talking about, hey, soon as the car pull up in the driveway,
yeah,
and them lights cut off, oh, that's for me. And when she opened the door, baby, all right.
Now, we all know Cory Holcomb could be real crazy with his opinions on relationships and women. A lot of stuff that he say I don't agree with. Some stuff I think he just says for comedic, just to be a comedian and just to be funny. But he says a lot of crazy stuff, things that I don't know. But he spoke on a situation with Ochocino and Sharelle, and it went something like this. Check.
That's not the type of woman that when you are the man at home, I don't know who all are familiar with what happens with Ochocino, but one day his wife called him, his fiance called him and say, I'm out here on this Don Julio. I'll be home in a little bit, get it ready. That is the greatest role reverse I ever saw in my life.
Wow.
If a call me and say she out on Don Julio, I'm going to say, well, stay out there.
Exactly.
I done already, I'm going to sleep.
And not only that, to me, it doesn't even sound that sexy because it's like she's basically saying, I'm on that. Like, now I'll come and give it to you.
Right. After I'm through in the streets, this your woman telling you this.
And she
after I'm through in the streets, what's she say?
And she got to be drunk. Woo.
She got to be drunk?
That's what it sounds like to me. Like, she's like, yeah, I'm on this Don Julio. Like,
is it bad if your woman got to be drunk when she sleep with you?
No, but I'm just saying that sounds funny. It wasn't that so. The way you said it just made it sound like.
If you didn't get drunk with me, you in violation. You can't come home drunk to me. And what did they say a time? I don't know if they said a time, but I'm saying anyway. The brother Chad Ochocino said, "I act like I was asleep when she got home."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, buddy. That's wild.
God.
Well, I mean, Chad, the good thing is you still got bread. You're a cool guy.
He is, ain't he?
Dude, I cheer for Ochocino.
I cheer for Ochocino too. I'm not talking shit about this situation.
And I like them together. Like, I like them.
What could you like when you see that woman take advantage of this man?
Not now. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about with what I actually saw, like him talking about it, not her. When I would see him talk on that Shannon Sharpe show that they have together, that late night one.
Yeah.
I kind of liked how he would bring her involved. He would bring her in and talk about her a lot. And it seemed like they were happy is all I'm saying. It didn't seem, what I'm seeing now, I was like, ooh, I didn't know all that was happening.
So you say it seemed like they happy?
It seemed at the time they were. Like every time he would do that.
Do
like
you
he was
think if a
involved.
man bring his woman to a podcast and all of a sudden his woman is talking on the podcast, that's a sign of happiness?
I didn't say that. I said
That's
that
a sign.
No. He didn't have her on the pod. He was always referring to her. When he would talk about a story, it's like they were just involved. It sounded all right.
I
Sounded like
saw
they were-
her on the podcast one day.
No, I'm not. On theirs. Oh, I never seen that. See, I'm talking
She was
about
off to the side.
Oh, when he refers about her, I'm just saying when he would, in other words, he would always bring her up. And I thought, oh, that's sweet. He's always thinking about her. That's cute.
If you see somebody with a podcast and they woman or wife is on the podcast, that's a red flag. That is a sign for help. See, if you handle your relationship proper, when your woman wants to come to your job, especially a podcast, something that they obviously don't respect because you want to come with me. I don't know what you want to come with me for, and I'm going on the podcast. You want to see you? I'm the only one that want to see you. I don't need you on the podcast with me. If you my woman, look, I'm not saying 1,000% every time. Most of the time when your homeboy got his woman with him at the nightclub, chances are that's a bad sign. Why she with you at the nightclub?
Me and my girl do everything together.
Right.
Our relationship, no.
If I look on your Facebook and I see two people hugged up, that's a bad sign.
Why? Just because it's different from your get down?
It ain't just cause it's different
Well,
from
what
my
is
get
it?
down.
What is
Why
it?
the is your significant other on your Facebook? I have been to funerals and the bitch was on the mother. What is it? The
Obituary.
Program?
obituary.
Ain't
With
no,
a
Hey, Ronnie.
ain't no.
picture and a picture up with him. In death, this tried to
Didn't
run
make
him.
it. She didn't make it, though. I
An
wonder who put that on
obituary
there.
ain't no
His
place
family
for-
might have- His family.
Say that again.
Ain't no obituary. No obituary is.
Now, I usually don't agree with a lot of stuff that Cory says, when it comes to relationship stuff, because he says a lot of crazy, off the wall stuff. But as old as they are, where she has, I think, 2 or 3 children, he has 7 children, she's too old to still be out in the club calling your man, saying, I had that thing ready. Like, they're not in their 20s, they're in their 40s. They're OGs in the game. And I just think that, I don't know. Like I tell you people all the time, keep your relationships offline. Keep your stuff because, the first thing she did was start conversating online, went online and said, me and Chad are through. And then girls was like, okay, cool. Then that means I can slide into his DMs. And it was just like weird stuff. Like this older people, like they just put all their business online for the world to hear. Like these ain't even young people. He's on Nightcap talking about it. And that's why these relationships don't last more than 5 minutes. These relationships last like literally 4 minutes and 59 seconds. That's how long they last because they put their stuff on public display for the world to see. And I told y'all relationships today nowadays are hard. It's something that you got to fight for. It's not something that's promised to you. I see online, because I wasn't even going to comment on this, but I seen online a lot of people calling him a sucker. They saying that he got played by the girl, and this is internet crap that people, get into. But I'm telling y'all, man, stop putting your business out there for the world to hear. I don't know because he was already complaining about how she would get real belligerent and be disrespectful. One day he said he was eating breakfast or something in the breakfast store, and she was on the phone and she thought that he had a girl in there with him, and she said, "Don't play with me," and got to cussing and carried on and acting a fool. Now I say, Chad, you had some paper for some time now. I mean, you've been a world-class athlete. Like, why would you get with a woman and put up with that kind of stuff? Why? At your age now that you are with all those children, why would you wait to get with a girl in your 40s to get with a woman that's just going to be unruly and acting crazy? To the point where you got to go online and come on the world and expose her, and she comes on there laughing, admitting that she did it. right? So then she go online and says she goes online when they break up and said, "Well, me and Chad are no more," and they basically broke up. She goes out there and go online when a girl said, "I'm gonna slide into his DM." She said, "Well, you might catch something." That's what I'm saying. Like, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't they have a baby? So these are not 20-year-olds or even 30. These are OGs. And look at the way they carry on. That's how I know that this cyber world, the world we in now, man, is crazy, man. I ain't grew up in this world. I'm adapting to this world I see. When I was a kid, this stuff wasn't around, and I try to remain in that same thought process. Everything ain't for public consumption. But you know, I don't know, man. A lot of these people today, man, are weirdos. They do anything for attention. I don't know. It's just crazy. But let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.